It's good.
On this week's episode of Adult
It's not easy when the mic's on.
am I?
Go ahead, just keep going.
On this week's episode of the Adult Babies, do the adult babies cure cancer? Find out next.
Find out next.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from T-Briz Studios, it's the Adult Baby Show.
Yeah, we're back, week 6.
Yeah.
Week 6, episode 6.
Episode 6.
I'm T-Briz, and I am here with these two stunning young studly men.
My name's B.
And I'm Chick.
And we are the Adult Babies podcast and web series. You can connect to us at www.adultbabyshow.com and find us on social media, YouTube,
Instagram.
all that good shit. So what is up,
SoundCloud.
fellas?
Hit me on the gram.
How we
Hit me on the
doing
gram.
today? It's glad to be back, guys.
Yeah.
What's up, fellas?
Good to see you guys again.
Oh, yeah.
Do we tell our secret?
No.
Episode 6, week 6. We're recording 2 episodes in a row on week 5.
Yeah.
Tell us the secret.
Back to
Wow.
back.
We all changed our shirts to make it look like
Not
it's a
me.
different episode.
I just changed
We're
my
just
hat.
blow-
Except for
blowing
me
us
changing
up.
hat. That was Chick's idea. Should we change our shirts so nobody knows that we're recording them back to back?
And he blew me
And I
out.
said, yeah. But then I decided to go ahead and open my big fat mouth
Yeah,
and
you
tell
did.
the secret
You
just
blew
now.
it. You blew it.
So Chick's got stuff to do. He's a busy guy, so we couldn't do it next week. Where are you
Yeah.
going to be anyway? Can
Next
we talk
week,
about that?
what are
Yeah,
you
I'm going
doing?
on a work vacation. The whole company's going to Woodlock, Pennsylvania. It'll be nice.
What goes on in Woodlock? That sounds
I don't
pretty
know. Honestly, I've
badass.
never been there.
Woodlock?
And I haven't really done as much research on where we're going as I should have. But I know we got a few houses and there's a bunch of people going. It's going to be a good
And
time.
what's it for?
Like-
Just the company does it every year. Last year they did a cruise. They did this one 2-3 years ago, and now
Oh.
they're doing it again.
and the company
Did a cruise?
You?
Yeah, the whole entire company they take everybody out.
Is it like a big, like, all the people you work with get drunk and you get to see what they all act
We'll
like? when
find
they're a
out.
bunch
It's
of
going to be my
drunken idiots?
first year doing this, so yeah, I'll find out. But from what I hear, yes, apparently they had a very good time on the cruise last year. And
chicks.
That's
Will
really
Chick's
cool.
I'm
coworkers
excited.
make asses of themselves at the next company party? Find out
I
next.
can't wait to hear these stories. That,
yeah, we'll
that
see
you
how
come
it
back
goes,
with.
man. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
this will make for some good catching up stories,
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, exactly.
Do something silly, do something idiotic so you can tell us about
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that won't be too hard.
Do it for the story, man. Do it for the story.
Do it for the
Do
story.
it for the podcast.
Cool. So, yeah, so that's it. That's
But yeah,
why we're doing
really
these
all
episodes.
I got going
back to
on.
back.
Yeah, I got some stuff going on, and these guys are.
You get prepared. You packing your bathing suit. You packing your.
Hey, we'll see what's going on with this weather, but I'll be ready to go into any some water if there's some there.
Yeah,
You
sure
gotta
you
do a little
Pools
skinny
there. We'll
dipping.
do some dipping.
dipping and
Skinny
slipping.
Cool.
Slipping and dipping.
So I guess now, since we all know that this podcast, we're not really reflecting back on our weeks because we're doing it a week
Yeah.
early. What else do we have planned for the week to come? Which in week 6 will then be in the past. This is confusing. You know what's funny? I just realized I'm wearing a Back to the Future
Wow,
T-shirt.
it's very fitting for this episode.
all this
Yeah.
talk of timelines and how
Yes.
it's going back to the past. We're playing this in the future, but we're talking about the past, recording in the past. Gigahertz, gigawatts.
Gonna go
Nice.
back
Gigawatts.
in time.
Ding, 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 ding.
Gonna go back in time.
What the hell? Dude, hold on. Do you hear that? There was a cop or something driving by.
Chase around
These
the
microphones
block.
are sensitive.
Oh,
We can
wow.
hear everything going on outside these windows. If anybody
Yeah, we got
knows where I
everything
live
shut.
and knows what time we do the show,
Yeah.
they can come out there and make noise.
Yeah, it
and
could be a part of the show.
be
It
a
could
part
be
of
a
the
part
show.
of the show.
Come on, be an
wanna hear
unscheduled
something?
guest.
Yeah, let's hear this story. That
No,
you
no,
were telling
well,
us. Oh, wait, no?
before that, I want to admit something. Back to the Future, maybe my favorite trilogy of all time.
Love it.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's amazing.
I'm with you.
It is a
took
great
me,
one.
It took me way longer than it should have to realize it was like the same Biff in every movie. like,
So most people are slowly connecting the dots between the past and future,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Wow, I didn't realize that was Marty in the background,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that little Easter egg, and this and that." And B's just like, "That's the same guy playing Biff."
Mad Dog.
in every one.
I thought, the last one after watching it like for years, Mad Dog Buford Tannen.
Yeah,
That's Biff.
That's him.
That's
the
Biff.
same actor.
Yes, sir. Wow, his
Man,
mind
I'm
is
not-
blown right
Blown
now.
mind. All right, this is a story about rock bottom.
Oh yes, I love rock bottom
Rock bottom.
stories.
What's rock bottom? Hitting rock bottom, like when somebody hits rock bottom.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a rock bottom
Nice.
that I experienced.
I can't wait to hear this.
Okay,
I'm bringing it back. This is a throwback.
A throwback.
So I don't know. I mean, just because
We're going back to the future again.
Back back
to
Dude,
the
this is a
future.
theme now. This is becoming a theme in this
you know what,
episode.
we're
We
gonna
gotta-
go.
That's the Twilight
I
Zone,
know,
but all right.
There's
How
just
was
all
that?
crazy going on right now.
So
Whatever, bro.
come on, man.
Just go with it.
Stay on track.
Just go with it.
So this happened. This happened back back in the past. Back
To the future. If you had a time machine, well, I'll save that question for the end. Would you go back and change this story?
Oh yes, I would.
All right.
Yes, this is the best story.
It's very embarrassing to even say, but so
I'm gonna love this.
I get frazzled when I go into places. Sometimes
No.
I am a mess. So this story takes place a couple years ago, around lunchtime. I was I
a couple
went
of years ago around lunchtime.
yeah I went to I felt like getting pizza, right? So I went to a pizza place and I had no cash on me.
Another episode with pizza.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
We love pizza on this show.
We do.
It's just every episode we got to talk about pizza.
Can't help
It's an
it.
adult baby
Fucking
thing.
New Yorkers and pizza.
That's right. So I go in, I want pizza. I had no cash on me. Had a credit card, American Express, and I had a
American
debit.
Express.
Okay.
Look at you.
Irrelevant. Jesus Christ. Let me get through this so we have some time.
You know what I just realized? I think that entire last episode we did, Chick hadn't really interrupted that much,
I
which is
know.
another theme of the show. Boy, he's back on
Yeah.
point right now.
Yeah, coming
Just-
back hard.
American Express.
He's
He ate a
big
bowl
shot
of
with the
queso and now
American-
he's ready to go. I just need some queso. I got to get my energy up.
Oh, we know. We stopped for a lunch break and recorded these last two episodes, and
Got
Chick
me
had
a burrito.
Oh man, God, we should have kept them hungry.
Now we know how to fuel him up. I like this Chick.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Frisky Chick interrupting
go.
Chick. Queso.
Like
queso up.
go.
Yeah.
You cheesehead.
So I'll continue. So I go to this pizza place. Now, the story, you have to follow the story. That's why I'm just saying.
Yeah,
sorry.
We got
I
you.
go in there and I have the American Express and a debit card. Okay, there's a reason that I'm saying that. I go and I order 2 slices of pizza, and I see that there's a $10 minimum on credit cards.
Oh.
All right. So, but I don't say anything. I'm like, sometimes maybe they'll just. So it comes out to like $6. I give him my credit card, and the guy goes, "No, I'm sorry, $10 minimum on credit cards, but you can use the ATM right behind you."
And pay a
Side
$10
note.
fee.
Side note. I know I have 0 cash in my ATM. So what do? I pretend I'm using the ATM, and then obviously nothing comes out. And I turn to the pizza guy while my pizza's there. I say, "Hold on 1 second. I have money in my car. I'll be right back."
And you don't come back.
And I don't go back.
That's why didn't you just order another slice or two and put it on the card?
Well, we'll get there.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, what is up with the panic situation here?
I don't know, bud. I don't know.
Socially awkward.
So awkward you
Not
are.
saying I'm well. So what I do, I leave the 2 slices there. I tell this poor old little pizza man, I'll be right back, but I leave him right there, you know? And I get in my car and I haul ass out of that parking lot. I drive to the next place. It's a Subway. And I'm like, they take credit cards. I go to Subway.
You are fucking weird, man.
I get an Italian BMT. I have my...
I wonder if when you left the store, he just thought to himself, he's not coming
He
back.
knows.
It's possible.
He doesn't
Have any
have
money in
any
that
money
ATM.
at all.
Possible. So I get to the Subway and I'm like, all right, that's a chain. They'll take my credit card, even if I get a cookie. So
Yeah.
I have my my sandwich artist dress up my Subway and we get all the way down the line. I'm throwing the lettuce, the tomatoes, everything on there, and I go. They wrap it up. I go to pay for it, chips and a drink. I go to pull out my credit card. What did this idiot do? He left it at the pizza place.
You left
You
it
left
there.
the credit card at the pizza place?
So now you have to go face the same people that you told you'd be right back.
So,
And you drove somewhere else.
so we got a problem here.
So now you're gonna screw Subway over.
Yeah. So now I'm really hungry. I'm dead broke.
got
and there's
2 orders.
And there's 2 lunches made for me within a mile of each other. So the first thing you do is like, I guess I'll just cancel my credit card, and but I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that.
That really crossed your mind.
That always
You can't
crosses
see
my
your
mind.
credit-
Because you can't go back and face the embarrassment. You're like, well, do I go
my
back
God.
This is a
and
good-
own up to this awkward behavior of mine, or do I just take it a step further and cancel the fucking card? And then you'd never have to face any of these people
Yeah.
This is a
ever again.
great story.
You
You
just
are such
sweep
a
it
good
right under the rug.
storyteller.
So of course, I was like, all right, I'll go back, I'll face the music. This is like 15, 20 minutes after I left the pizza place. And what I tell the Subway guy now, I say,
gotta go to my car.
I say, oh, I left my wallet in my car, I'll be right back. I hightail it out of there on that guy. Leave my sandwich there. And so now I go back to the pizza place. And they're looking at me like, oh. And I say, oh, you know what? I went back to work. The guys all want pizza, so I'll be able to use the credit card. I just had to go back and get their order. Totally lying. So now I have a box. Now I'm over ordering. I'm like, hey, the guys want this. Throw some garlic knots in there.
Oh my God!
So I walk out. I spent like $17. All I wanted was a slice. Yeah. So. $10 credit card minimums, man. They'll get you.
Dude.
They'll throw you for a loop.
So instead of just getting a
this is-
drink and an extra slice, he got a whole fucking pie.
I put myself in a whole runaround.
Oh my God!
Just because it's just everything about me. That sums me up.
Yeah, there's a few stories that sum you up.
That is
sure.
just awkward.
Yeah.
Is that
This is-
neurotic? Is
this
that
is-
considered neurotic
this is
behavior?
insane
Yeah,
behavior.
that's neurotic. Is none of them give
The
a shit about
pathological
him.
lying.
Yeah. It hits everything. It hits every.
All this just to get lunch. What a crazy day.
You would have been better off going back to Subway instead of getting that much shit.
You reminded me of a story.
Uh-oh.
If you were done telling your story.
Oh, I'm done.
Thank God.
You reminded me.
Feel free to interrupt again, chick.
Oh, American Express.
American Express.
Fancy.
Here's a way to add to this conversation. Let me just repeat what he said in a sexy way. Go on, Taylor. I'm gonna do that to you at some point during the podcast.
Chick is back,
but you see
baby.
that-
He is back this
Here
week.
I go.
He's yelling into the mic again.
I know.
He's already done 3 of his staple behaviors within the first 10 minutes of the show. I love it. By the way, what time do we start? I usually write that
3:30.
down. We started at 3:30?
Yes, sir.
3:28, because we try to keep this to an hour now.
That's
Oh,
our new
man.
shtick.
What did
Yeah.
that remind you of, Taylor?
So the whole part where you didn't have enough money for a pizza slice reminded me of a time I went into a pizza store with one of my buddies, and he was shit-faced drunk, first of all. And there's a big sign in front of this pizza store. Yes, I love calling it a pizza store.
Yeah.
I didn't even pick up on that.
So we go in, there's a big sign that says the name of the pizza store, well, I'll just say it. It's Lenny's Pizza. Home of,
I know Lenny.
Right across from Rosemary's.
home of the 99-cent slice.
Yeah, baby.
Pizza
So-
beef.
Right, so I go in here with my buddy, and of course I order like $20 worth of stuff because I'm about to stuff my fat face full of pizza. And he goes, drunk, up to the guy. Let me get one of those 99-cent slices. So the guy goes, okay, 1.99-cent slice coming up. He goes,
The guy does sound like that.
By the way, he's died. You
Yeah,
know?
he did pass
Oh,
away.
Rest in peace.
rest in peace, rest in peace.
Sorry to bring that story to a grinding halt. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, in memory of the 99-cent slice. His memory will be preserved in this story of the 99-cent slice. Great. So now I'm just basically the equivalent of pissing on his grave with the story.
No,
Let's go.
you're
Let's
not.
go. You're giving
We're
him-
remembering him. We're remembering him. It's a
him,
memorial.
In memoriam.
So, anyway, my drunk friend says, let me get the 99-cent slice. So he brings out the slice. I pay. my buddy's paying, and I realize he drops a bunch of change onto the counter, and he's counting. And he goes, 97, 98, 99. And then he pushes with his hand the change across the table to the pizza guy.
The old change
So,
slide.
99-cent slice, right? The guy goes, no, my friend. The 99-cent slice is $1.10. And my friend, he's drunk, he's wasted. He goes, what the fuck?
Tax, bro.
He goes, are you fucking kidding me? It says on the side, it says 99 cents. Like, and he literally brought 99 cents with him to the penny. He doesn't have the extra 11 cents. And he goes, yeah, it's a 99 cents plus a tax. So even myself at this point, I'm like, yeah, plus tax. But then I'm just kind of thinking, because I'm not drunk like he is, so my brain's still somewhat working. And I go, yeah, but it's New York State sales tax is 8.5 cents on the dollar. If you round that up, it's only 9 cents. So 99 cents plus 9 cents
$1.08
is $1.08. It's not even $1.10.
They rounds up.
So I
bro.
go, what's with this $1.10 shit? So I start thinking. So I'm wondering.
So I start thinking.
So I'm thinking, what the fuck's the extra 2 cents for? They're charging you to heat the fucking thing up? Like, the 99 cent a slice is $1.08. Oh, you didn't say you wanted it to heat it up. That's gonna be $1.10. It's $1.10. Hey, what the fuck is this? All you did was give me a slice of bread. Oh, you didn't say you wanted a cheese on the slice too. That's a 99-cent slice, heated up with a cheese. We had $2. Like, what?
It turned into a Chinese restaurant.
A $2. Yeah, I don't know. He went from Italian to Chinese real quick. The second he started asking for more change. $2, more dollar, $3.
Oh my god.
They're like, oh, you wanted a salsa too? Oh, that's gonna be a $2.50. Like all of a sudden it's a
99 slice.
all of a sudden the thing goes from a 99-cent slice to a regular price slice when you start adding all the shit that's actually on a slice in it.
That is so funny.
But that's my story. Eventually, I sat back and watched this happen, and was just I was just sitting there watching this and watching him go back and forth with the guy about the extra 11 cents until I reached into my pocket and pulled it out. I knew I was eventually going to do it anyway, but I said I got to watch this play out.
Yeah,
this
good
is
for
too
you.
good.
That's hysterical.
But yeah,
That's great. Chick, you have any throwback pizza stories? I know you've put in some pizza down your day.
No, I don't have any
going
good
back
I don't have any issues.
time.
All right.
Yeah, really.
You don't
I'm
have
not
any
a good,
issues?
I'm not,
All
a,
right.
I'm not a good storyteller like you guys.
You're an excellent storyteller.
We used to order
You're a great
food
story
back in the
interrupter.
day from like Chinese places and then not actually like order it, make them cook it, and then run away. And
Man, you're right. You are a horrible storyteller.
piece of shit.
Next.
Worst story ever.
Yeah,
Next. Oh God, is that another thing?
that was
What
the best
fuck?
intro that we've had so far, and we didn't even really have weeks. Maybe we should do that more often.
Yeah, we could just tell stories from our
Yeah.
past about silly
could do
things.
that.
We
We
could just
could
tell pizza stories every
We don't
week.
have
That's
exciting
all we
lives
talk about on
anymore.
the show. We talk
Yeah.
about pizza every week.
Pizza.
Let me see. Do we have a pizza
talk.
article coming up? Actually, there's no pizza article, but there is a fast food article coming up. We talk
Oh,
about
yes.
pizza or fast food every week.
Yeah.
That's becoming a staple of the show.
Yep, there's a lot of good things.
Let's
that
go.
on in
Let's
that
bring it up.
area.
What do we got? What we got on the
we're
docket?
gonna start it up with an article. It's titled "Man Loses a Kicking Contest with a Moose Near Houston." There's a moose in Houston. He's gonna have a kicking contest.
The moose is loose.
There's a
The
song
moose
for it.
is loose, is right, B.
All right, so you know what? Let's get a pic. Let's just start it up with a picture of this moose. Are you interested to see what this moose
Yeah, I
looks
would
like?
love to
Yes,
see
we
what
would
that
love to see it.
I'm gonna pull it up for our YouTube viewers. And at home, if you're listening at home, if you're listening on the podcast, there he is.
He looks like
Yeah,
a
he
mean bastard.
He's just he's just kind of hiding out there in the
You don't
bushes
wanna
with
mess
his little
with a
moose
moose.
eyes. And he's kind of cute looking, actually. He's got a furry, big humpy back,
Yep.
beady eyes.
It's almost like a camel.
Look
Yeah.
at him. I mean, would you want to kick this thing?
No.
Like get a
No,
kicking
yeah, I
contest
wouldn't
with
want
him?
to kick a moose at all.
I kind of want to hang out with him a little bit. Try to get it. Bring him over to Lenny's. Get a 99 a set of slides. All right, let me switch this. This
Only
view over.
$2.
Okay, so
Never gets old.
let me get this article back up because now I'm having issues.
Yeah, where'd it go?
Computer
Where'd that
issues. Here it
moose
is. Here it is. Here, the muse is gone. I'm gonna call him the muse. The muse is gone.
The muse got loose.
All right, so this is a good story. A man was hurt near Houston on Thursday morning. Apparently, he put the wrong foot forward in a close encounter with a pair of muses after state officials said he kicked one of the animals and was kicked in return.
What do you expect to happen, buddy?
These mooses kicked back. I wonder why he kicked it. Let's find out.
Let's find out what happens.
Ken Barkley, the Mat-Su Boroughs deputy, a chief of emergency services, said an initial report of a moose attack came about 10:15 a.m. It was a moose. It trampled a person's foot. It just hurt their foot. So this guy's lucky. He only got his foot trampled.
Is it a moose attack when you instigate?
Is what?
Is it, why the moose wouldn't exactly be attacking you if you instigated the fight?
Right. It sounds like this guy
Well,
started.
sounds like this guy's a real piece of shit.
Yeah, but you never know. Like maybe the moose had, babies it was protecting, something like that.
Right.
Little baby moose.
Well, listen to this.
Moose.
The trooper's spokeswoman, Megan Peters, said the two moose involved a cow and an older calf. So does that mean the mother and her baby?
Wait, the cows are moose.
Yeah, the moose. The moose there's a cow is still a moose, but it's like a cow is the mom though.
Wait a second. What?
Isn't this confusing?
Yeah, it's very confusing.
They call moose cows?
Yeah, they call cows and calves, but the cow means like a female moose. I think I'm just
man.
pulling
And
this
that's not
out.
the cow that we're thinking of, right?
Well, that's what thinking of the moose.
Who's the cow in question?
Who has sex with the moose? Who has sex with the cow? The moose has sex with them both.
What came first, the moose or the cow? Oh man, so I didn't know this.
Right.
We learn something new every day on the Adult Babies.
Yep, we're a bunch of educators.
Educators, go on.
So the moose and the cow and the calf had left the area after a situation Peters summed up as man kicks moose, moose kicks man. So he kicked the moose first. He kicked it. And he was asked which moose he kicked. The Peters said, the cow. So
I'm so confused about all of this.
what's confusing about it?
When you add that cow element,
Yeah.
it's really...
I'm just
Because
thinking of a white and black cow.
Oh God.
I showed the picture. Remember that picture of the moose we just put up on the screen?
No, I get it.
Just picture that. Now when you're drinking milk later, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this moose milk is
Moose
delicious.
milk is great.
Yeah. This is such good moose milk." No, it's cow
the
milk.
way-
Guys, I guess you didn't read the article. A moose is a cow.
It's the same thing,
Okay,
bro.
a moose is a cow. I know.
By the way, I have another question. Do moose have hoofs?
Gotta have little moose hoofs.
He couldn't wait to say that. Look at this kid. His face
Oh
is
my God.
bright red.
Moose knuckles.
Oh, we're having a good time
I'm
on
feeling
this
silly.
episode, everybody.
Moose hoofs. Moose hoofs.
You like saying that?
You really are a
Oh
child.
God.
Moose hooves. It
No,
sounds like
but
you're
it's don't
saying
baby.
vagina.
How dare you?
Asked which moose he kicked. He said the cow. Ken Marsh, a spokesman for the Department of Fish and Game, said the man reportedly escaped major injuries in the encounter. Quote, it sounds like the moose were on a trail, and in this case, it sounds like the guy was trying to go through them, Marsh
Not a
said.
good idea.
That's never a good idea. That's actually what he said. Quote. So you're right on point, Chick. It sounds like you are just right up there. You could work for this company.
I should do
Yeah,
this.
you
Because
should.
you know.
I know.
This guy didn't know. He saw a moose on his trail, and he said, "Moose, get out of my way before I kick you!"
What is
then he did
kicking
it.
that thing going to do anyway? It didn't even feel it.
I took my boots and I kicked that moose. And hit me back right with his hoof. All right, I gotta stop.
No, I like it. Keep it going.
No. I'm embarrassed.
Oh, yeah. Look at him.
By the way, can I just spin off to one time I saw a moose
A real live moose?
Real life.
I don't think
Was it a cow
I was it was a calf.
or a horse?
It was a I was dating this girl up way upstate.
All right, that's mean. That is mean.
You
No,
mean
you
bastard.
mean-
You jerk.
He's
No.
such a dick.
No,
You were
I'm
dating
not.
a moose?
Dated a moose of a chick.
She was
No.
a fucking moose,
Oh,
guys.
God, no, this
You're
girl,
a real piece of shit.
She kicked back, all right.
she lived in this like one horse town. It was near Canada. It
One horse.
was a one moose town. But anyway, we're driving out of there, and it's so cold. There was a moose frozen in the river.
What?
Get out.
Yeah,
Was it
swear
alive?
to God. Frozen in the river. It was a dead moose.
Oh.
Maybe it was like an Encino moose.
The moose. The moose was deceased.
Did you thaw him out and make him the most popular?
juice.
Jesus Christ! Did you? Now I have no joke. Wheezing the moose, chick. Wheezing the moose? No, wheezing the moose. Wheezing the moose would have been a clever pun.
It would have been.
That's just a line from the movie Encino Man.
It's me stealing lines.
This actually sounds like a great setup for like a fucking sequel with Pauly Shore. Get on this. Pauly Shore is probably one of our listeners.
Pauly
Pauly
Shore.
Shore, if you're listening, get on that. Encino Moose.
We could probably get Pauly Shore to sit in on this podcast.
Yeah,
if we
he's not
wanted.
doing anything
I don't know,
anymore.
how much do you think that would take? A couple thousand?
No, he's touring. He makes a lot of money.
Does he?
Yeah.
touring? What?
Yeah, but-
stand up.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know
Dude,
that.
Yeah.
How much do you think he makes per night? We'd have to at least match that.
Big money.
Like, it's just an hour of his time. How much do you think a half hour of his time costs?
A lot of
Plus,
money.
we got to fly him out here. We'd have to get him in.
Tell you one thing.
I like Paul. I watched all of Pauly Shore's movies. I loved that shit as a kid. And I remember,
in the army now.
yeah, he had that 5 movie deal. It was In the Army Now, Jury Duty,
Jury
Encino
Duty, I
Man,
actually liked a lot.
Son-in-Law.
Son-in-law was good.
What was the other one? I like Jury Duty.
Yeah.
Was Encino Man considered one of those?
I don't know.
Biodome.
Oh, Biodome!
Biodome.
Yeah, dude, Biodome was fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
with Baldwin.
Yeah, what's that? Which Baldwin was that? Steven? Yeah,
Steve.
Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I love those stupid fucking
They were-
movies,
they
dude.
were
Those
funny.
were great. Plus the premise of being like locked in a biodome with like those 2 chicks as a kid, as a teenager. I
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
oh man, that was great.
I just like how in Son-in-Law the father is the same guy from My Cousin Vinny. Danicle.
That's oh yeah.
It's the lawyer.
Yeah, it is. I heard a story about Pauly Shore that that he would go to, he would tour the country, and he'd get into a town, and this guy would go to like a thrift store and just buy clothes, and then he'd sell it as merch after the show, saying that it was clothing from the movies.
Oh, that is great.
I can't confirm that, but it's a story.
That's like
That's a great story. If it's true.
Pauly Shore legend.
yeah.
I like
Legend
it's
has
the
it.
lore of Pauly Shore.
Legend of the Weasel.
Buying clothes.
Where are my clothes?
Let's just talk about Pauly Shore the rest of this episode. I would be so happy about that.
Yeah, sure.
I was a fan, but not that big a fan. Next.
Wow, you're really stealing my
Wow.
lines now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Are we still on the moose track?
We're still on the moose article.
wow. All right.
Yeah, believe it or not, we're talking moose, guys. We're still talking moose.
We went
We're
from
still
the moose to
talking
the weasel.
We're talking moose. We're talking cow. We're talking horse. We're talking weasels. We're talking about all sorts of. We're talking Encino men. We're talking Encino women.
How about Encino babies?
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Next.
Next.
No, I'm stealing it. Where was I in this article?
The end.
Hopefully the end.
Oh, it's never a good idea to kick a moose. South Central Alaska has seen a number of violent incidents involving moose this spring.
Oh, that's a violent animal, I
Yeah,
guess.
including a man who had a moose take a swing at him
What
while,
does that even mean? How
well-
does he take a swing? Is that a kick?
while feeding it off a Muldoon road and a Cocker Spaniel attacked by a moose in an Anchorage yard.
That couldn't have gone well.
For the Cocker Spaniel, no, right?
Yeah, take a swing. I imagine with his hooves, with his moose hooves,
With his hooves.
his moose hooves swing.
Fucking Rocky.
He's trying to throw an uppercut at this motherfucker,
Yeah.
like as he's feeding them some food. Like what the moose didn't like the food, I guess.
Yeah, they
Or-
got some angry mooses in this place.
It's moose. It's not mooses. It's muse.
moose.
News.
Mice.
Muse.
What is it? What is multiple moose?
It's just moose.
Yeah.
One moose is a moose. Multiple mooses is a moose.
Look at those three
You
moose.
just said multiple mooses is a moose.
Yeah.
You fucking...
Well,
it's
that's-
mooses.
It's not mooses.
Mucinex. All right. Marsh noted that moose sightings in South Central Alaska are on the rise as the cows prepare for calving season in mid-May.
Why must
Having
they
babies.
refer to it as two different animals in the same sentence constantly?
You
It's
still,
confusing
you
me.
still don't get how that works, do you?
No, I don't.
You don't? All right. Well, maybe we take you through a biology course.
No, I
after
get the
this.
male and female, and they call them something different. But next,
It's not next yet. There's still a couple sentences.
Jesus.
Marsh noted that the moose sightings, I already said that. Blah, blah, blah. Calving season. They urge people not to approach wildlife because people need to be told to stay away from gigantic wild mooses and stop feeding them and kicking them.
yeah, people are so dumb.
by
They need to be
officials.
told everything.
Dude, and
You probably start a fight with a moose. Chick.
Never. I love
And this
animals.
person said, I am not a biologist, but as a lifelong Alaskan, I would advise people not to go around kicking moose. This is a quote.
You don't
from
need
guy.
to be a biologist, buddy.
I'm not a I wonder if you... I imagine how snooty and sarcastic he was being. Well,
yeah.
I'm no biologist.
I'm just
Right?
an Alaskan.
He echoed that advice, emphasizing vastly superior leg strength of a moose. He says, if you get into a kicking contest with a moose, who do you think is going to win?
The
I don't
moose.
know. You never know.
Chick says he doesn't know. You never know. The moose will win every time.
That is the last sentence in the article.
Oh, hallelujah.
No, that was a good article.
That was good.
Yeah. So
Hey,
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, we're
you
waiting.
know what I'm waiting
If
for?
we wait for it, he never does it.
Oh, next.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next, there's an
So what
article.
we're doing next.
Oh, I love this one. There's a picture for this one too. A woman is jailed.
I found this one last night, too.
Yeah, Chicolo
Oh,
got,
look at
Chick
this
got all
humble
these
brag.
articles.
No, I'm saying this one was a last.
I actually went on my computer and I found it myself.
Last minute
Go on.
ad on this one.
This is a good one. A woman was jailed for setting a motel fire with a burning package of ham. Let me put a picture of her up on the screen.
this lady's
We
a
like to do
dime.
this. I got to get better at this though. It
She's
takes me too long.
gorgeous, this lady.
This is let me tell you.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at that
look at her.
picture. Now if you're watching the podcast, I'll just say one word and it kind of describes what I believe this woman looks like. Actually 2 words, they rhyme. Meth and death.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Because she looks like an older woman, but I'm thinking that
She's probably 25.
I was going to say, she could be 25.
she could be 25. He's right. I think that's it. So let's go back
Poor
to
soul.
yeah. So, but let's see what she did. That's her
pissed off.
mugshot. She's a North Alabama woman. She's jailed on a felony arson charge for setting fire to a package of ham and tossing it into the garbage can.
She doesn't like ham.
at this Athens motel.
Damn this ham.
She got an arson charge. Oh, she's 62 years old. It says here. So
all right.
I don't know. Maybe it's not the meth. Maybe it's just
The age and the smoking.
she doesn't
probably.
age well. Yeah. It's all those fucking smoking ham fires
Yeah.
she's been lighting and hanging around. And really just it's just
Not good.
I used to
crinkled
love
up.
swimming.
It crinkled up her face a little bit, I guess, over the years.
Yeah.
So she's accused of setting the fire that caused an explosion at the Beaumont Inn last month. No injuries were reported, though her room was significantly damaged. Investigators learned that her family had bought her a pack of ham to eat.
Oh,
So
nice
they came,
family.
yeah, they came to do something nice.
And she wasn't having it.
We read an article last week about last week's episode about a guy delivering some pepperoni to his buddies in the Navy as a gift,
Yeah.
and this is the same idea.
I still think the pepperoni was a prank.
I don't know, but they bought her they bought her a pack of ham to eat, and she didn't want the ham.
I don't want this pack of ham.
I don't want ham.
Right,
I
so-
want pork.
After the family left, she set the ham on fire and put it in the garbage can. Because, guys, when you don't want something, that's what you do with it, right?
Set it on fire inside your house.
Yeah, that's true.
Or your hotel room, or wherever the fuck she was.
Like, yeah, I got to get a new phone tomorrow. What are you going to do with your old phone? Well, I'm going to light it on fire and throw it out. So, like, I don't need it. I don't want it.
I don't want no part of this ham.
Fucking hate ham.
Like, hey, chick, I went to the store. I got you a cheeseburger. Here, you want it? No, I don't want it. Light that fucker up and throw it out. Okay.
Flame broiled, baby.
I never knew ham was so flammable, though.
Oh, it'll flame up.
Flame on.
You think it was a glazed ham?
It's a nice honey baked ham.
I love ham.
It's glazed
I know, I actually
in
do love
flames. Yeah, no, ham's good.
It's a good gift for dinner.
You guys ever watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
of
the
course.
best.
You know the episode with the rum ham? Is that when they're
Yeah.
at Jersey Shore?
Yes.
Rum ham! Anytime I see a ham now, like in the store or
Think of
anywhere
that.
where it was big, I just think of the rum ham
ham.
floating away while Frank's yelling to it like
Rum ham.
like it's Wilson from from Castaway. Rum ham, no! And is that a thing? Do people do rum hams in real life? Or did they
honestly
make that
don't
up
know.
on the show?
I thought I just assume everything on that
I
show is
guarantee
made up,
assume
but
that
who
was made
knows?
up, but
I guarantee rum ham popularity has skyrocketed since
great
that
show.
episode. People are probably making rum hams left and right.
Why
now.
do you put pineapples on hams? Have you seen like?
I don't do it, so I don't.
I don't either, but you always see like the pineapples on the ham, and then like a cherry. The hell are they
Yeah.
dressing it up like a dessert for?
I
To
don't know.
fool the kids.
It's a Hawaiian thing.
Ah, yeah, it is.
Like you ever get the ham pizza and they put the pineapple Hawaiian pizza
Yes.
with the ham and the thing and
By the way,
so-
which I'm a big fan of that slice.
I'm not.
Yeah,
That's not for me.
People are either for it or against it,
yeah,
I'm against it.
and I'm for.
this is a stir the
T-Brizz?
pot topic.
T-Brizz, right?
I like them every now and then. When people get them, I'll eat them, but I don't just go out of my way to order.
Yeah,
Hey.
I don't.
Jeez, is that like a new thing every episode now?
guess
I haven't
so.
had it in a while, but
Fried
I
issues.
like a pineapple pizza.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna get one after this episode.
Yeah,
It was with me.
Stuff from that burrito.
You are a burrito. You're a fucking walking.
That's why
human
this shirt
burrito.
really accentuates my tits.
sure does.
Is that your new nickname, Burrito Tits?
Burrito tits.
Hey, look, it's burrito tits.
That's a good one. I'm gonna use
That's a
that.
good one. Hey, go.
What are you doing today? Me and burrito tits are gonna watch the match.
I want to use that on like random strangers. Like if I'm waiting in line and people are like, "What's taking so long?" and I'm referring to the
Fucking
cash.
waiting on burrito tits.
Yeah, well, that's where I was going
Oh
with it.
my
Thanks.
God.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Classic burrito tits.
Fucking burrito tits over here. Jesus Christ.
Getting to that punchline.
Yeah.
Sure do. You can't wait.
Fucking cannot wait. I had like 2 seconds more to go.
You can see it. You could see it. It coming.
knew
out
it
of
was
his mouth.
coming.
You're like, there it is.
Because you guys both knew where I was going with it.
Obviously.
You are-
B has self-control.
You're
I
a
know.
sentence finisher.
I
You know
am a
those
sentence
people that just
finisher.
can't help but finish every one of your fucking
I am
sentences?
that guy. And half the time I'm wrong.
Oh,
And he also just repeats what you say.
Yeah.
Like it just happened. He goes, I am a sentence finisher. I am like you repeat exactly what the
Yeah.
person-
If I'm repeating it.
What? It's a flaw.
what was that?
A flaw.
Yeah, you have a lot of
Ah,
flaws.
everybody's got flaws. You guys are perfect.
Not me. I don't got no flaws.
You're a
Oh, I don't got no flaws.
I just got ceilings. This is the dumbest podcast we've ever done.
They get dumber every week, and I like that personally. That's what I thought we were doing when we first started this.
I enjoy a dumb cast.
It's got to be fucking dumb and stupid.
Yeah. Well, we're hitting all the marks today.
This is the equivalent of like I come home from work
We're going
and I need.
double-headed today, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. You're just on fire with the interruptions.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I made up for
Guy's on
last
fire
episode.
like a fucking honey baked ham.
I'm gonna light you on fire and throw you in the fucking trash right
Yeah.
now, like this lady over here.
Woo!
This 62-year-old fucking meth death woman. All
Meth
right,
death.
let me go back to the article because there's a little bit more here. Believe it or not, that's not the end of the story.
more.
Investigate.
There's
Guess
actually more.
what? This article gets dumber. This shit gets dumber. She already lit a piece of ham on fire, or a whole package of ham, and threw it in the garbage because she didn't want it. Because the family gave it to her. She's like, I don't fucking want this. I'm gonna burn it on fire.
Fucking baby.
And then when smoke started filling her room, she grabbed her dog and left. So not only did she light it on fire and throw it in the garbage, but then she realized, oh fuck, my whole room's on fire. Get the dog run.
At least she got the dog.
Yeah, and the large window and attached air conditioning unit was blown out as if there was an explosion in the room, according to Chief Floyd Johnson. At no time did she alert anyone to the fire, Johnson said. So she left and didn't even call. She didn't even call and say, like, hey, my room's on fire. She might have been able to make a story up and say that, like, oh my God, my room's on fire. Come save it. But instead she's like, fuck, I'm getting out of here.
I torched my ham.
I had 2 bites of this ham, and then the damn thing just exploded right in my mouth. Thing's blown out.
Oh, this lady sucks.
It spontaneously combusted.
This ham spontaneously combusted in my garbage can.
And then me and my dog Foofy, we had to run. We had no time to call the fire police.
I like how they didn't call anybody. Where do you think they went?
To another motel?
This is a question that I wish I had a quick answer for. Where do you think a woman who... I don't know.
That's what I want to know.
Where does a
did
woman
they
who
go?
just committed arson by setting a package of ham on fire and her dog go to after that?
Exactly. The dog park?
Jail? Because she probably ultimately went up to jail. Yeah. Oh, here it is. She was living in the motel and is now held in the Limestone County Jail. If convicted, she could face up to life in prison.
What?
Damn.
Life in prison.
Life.
For firing up a ham?
It's probably because she's 62. For the way she looks, life for her is only like a couple more years
Probably
anyway.
like a 5-year sentence.
Right.
Exactly.
Life is just a night in the
I
drunk
want to
tank.
sensationalize the article. They're like, well, they gave her 2 years, but that's probably life for her. She's gonna die, especially the way she's lighting
She's
shit
not
on
going to
fire.
make it.
All right, and that is the end of that article.
Next.
What is that?
I don't know.
love
I'm
it.
just switching it up.
Yeah,
today,
I
man.
like it. Free balling it.
Free balling.
All right, this next article: women take turns driving drunk in New Jersey.
This is my favorite.
Yeah.
Both of them smashed into parked cars.
These are the kind of women I like.
Say the police.
This is the best kind of
These
woman.
are some frisky brawls.
You
They
know
had
they're a
babes.
good time.
They had a great time that night.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well, they allegedly told the cops they were trying to figure out who was less drunk and who could drive. So this was their strategy. Who's drunker?
At least they thought about it.
I had like 8 red devils, and she had like 4. So
She had a 4, and she was doing bumps of cocaine in the bathroom.
Yeah.
She's much better to drive than me.
These girls were definitely
She's
getting
snorting
down,
cocaine like
dancing on the
condoms.
tables that night. They were definitely
Oh,
the ones
they were
on
a good
top
time.
of the bar dancing.
Right.
is there a picture of these
If this
two?
is the end of their night, imagine what the rest of the
Yeah,
night was like.
exactly.
No, I don't have any picture. I looked at the article, but they didn't have one. But
bad.
they were 24. It says a 24-year-old Virginia woman allegedly driving drunk in New Jersey over the weekend smashed into 2 parked cars
Southern Belle.
and then suddenly switched seats with her also allegedly drunk friend who crashed into another 2 vehicles, authorities
I
say.
would say that allegedly is pretty much a
Jesus.
fact.
So you know what's funny about this is I see that they were both trying to figure out who was drunker. So the first one drives and she hits a car and she goes, "Oh, I'm obviously the drunker one. You better drive." And the other one gets in and goes, "Yeah, you're right. You are drunk. You just hit a car." She gets in and hits 2 more parked cars. So at that point, then they say, "Well, by the car tally, the first one was actually less drunk."
By the car tally.
Right. That's the gauge. How you figure out who's less drunk with these people. How many cars they hit. The police say both women reeked of alcohol and reported they had been at a club. They allegedly told cops.
I love all the allegedly.
It is just salt and pepper throughout every single article we read involving the
it's
cops.
crazy. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
They allegedly told, and I'm going to read it every single time. They told cops they were trying to figure out who was less drunk and who could drive. Both were actually over the legal limit. No. One had a blood alcohol level of 0.17, and the other had one of 0.14. That doesn't sound like hitting car level of alcohol.
They could have been
Blood alcohol level, is it?
That's pretty fucking drunk.
Women drivers.
Isn't that like way over the what's the legal limit?
0.08, I
Yeah,
think.
it's double.
It's one-
It's up there. I
one
picture.
beer.
Do you guys remember that drunk driving commercial where they pull a guy over and he rolls down his
And
window?
all the alcohol
And
comes
the
out.
alcohol.
Yeah.
That's how I picture these women.
The car's all banged up.
some-
I didn't do anything.
We
I
didn't
promise.
drink, and then they roll down the window. Some fruity beverage comes.
Red
Like
Bull
a car
vodka.
full of Cosmo
A
with
mudslide just comes out.
Oh my God!
Oh my
Clean
God! We totally didn't drink.
You know what I'm picturing? That scene from the 40-Year-Old
I was
Virgin.
just thinking that.
Fucking French toast.
God, I would
But
love
she's-
to have been.
Oh, that's the best scene in that movie. And then she makes the turn, the hard turn.
Yeah. Where the fuck did that guy come from? I don't know. She gives Steve Carell's character.
She throws up on him.
She gives him the breathalyzer in the car. She goes, "Here, blow into this." That's when you're just like, "Oh yeah, this is where it's going, huh?"
No, those girls should never be allowed to drive again.
Yeah. Well, the cops didn't specify who was more drunk.
It doesn't matter.
But, yeah, I mean they were pretty much right around the same level.
Yeah, they're both fucking wasted.
They bagged up the SUV so bad that they couldn't drive it, so they just sideswipe a couple cars. These chicks pulled a 40-year-old virgin. That chick moved.
Wow.
Cops say they damaged 4 vehicles in total, 3 Hondas and 1 Nissan.
3 Hondas.
Yeah.
There's so many Hondas out there on the road.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
No injuries were reported. Greed and Banks were both charged with drunken driving in a school zone. Add that to the mix. They were
nice.
driving through a school zone, but it was like 3 a.m., like 3 in the morning, so I doubt they were going to any kids. And they got reckless driving. The SUV was impounded, and that's it. It said it wasn't immediately clear Tuesday if either woman had retained an attorney.
I'm sure
I don't know,
they'll get
that-
attorneys.
They're probably fucking hung
They
over
don't,
for a few
they're
days.
fucked.
Yeah.
They'll get an attorney at some point. I
Yeah.
doubt they're going to represent themselves.
It'd be great if they did.
Let's take turns being each other's attorneys and see which one is better at it. Guilty. Oh no, it's my turn.
The attorney is
Guilty twice. Oh no, your turn again. If it goes anyway like those fucking cars went.
Oh,
the
God.
attorney is just the bouncer from the nightclub. He just shows up. I don't know.
Yeah, I liked where you were going with that until I realized you weren't really going.
It wasn't going anywhere.
with that. You just said, you know, it'd be funny if the bouncer was the attorney.
Yeah, it would be.
And that's it. That's it.
Punchline.
Yeah, I'm just.
What would he do as the attorney? Let's try to turn this into a joke. What
Okay.
would he do?
He'd.
Bounce.
The
judge.
I got nothing.
Yeah. What does an attorney do exactly? Oh man.
He'd be.
There's a joke in there.
There's a joke somewhere. We'll work on that for
Yeah,
next
but you
time.
should say
We'll
something
Save that
else.
one for your stand-up act. Write that
Yeah.
down. Bouncer as an attorney. What would he do
Yeah.
for 2 drunk girls, idiots?
girls. There's a joke there. I have to look up more
Yeah.
about it.
But until then,
Until then, hey guys, did you hear something? Next.
yeah, you getting into it now.
Yeah,
You
loving it.
sense it. You can smell it coming. You can smell it coming.
Do you smell what the next is cooking?
Actually, speaking of smells, this Sonic put up a sign
nice.
asking customers to
Good segue.
stop smoking weed in the drive-thru
Oh.
because of the smells. Okay, in Gulfport, Mississippi, a fast food restaurant says people smoking marijuana in its drive-thru will not be served after a patron blew smoke in an employee's face. What do you think? Is that rude?
That's very rude.
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's rude. And maybe that guy shouldn't be allowed back. But you can't, there's a lot of other respectful potheads out there probably aren't doing that.
Here he goes, speaking out for the pot community. Our boy. Your boy.
Well, it's ridiculous. I got to smell some asshole fucking showers and cologne, but I can do that.
Right. That's when we get to that part, I got something to say about that. But a sign in the window of a Sonic in Gulfport says, if you are smoking weed in the drive-thru, you will not be served. Please show some common courtesy and smoke and air out before pulling up to order.
Air out.
Right. And, I mean, this seems like a target demographic for
Yeah,
Sonic.
it's
People
fucking
getting stoned, going through
ridiculous.
drive-thrus, getting fast food.
Deal with the smell for 2 seconds until the next person comes.
I don't mind the smell of pot.
It's just people are so sensitive. Like, God forbid something comes in. The smell bothers me. It should be banned. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm actually with you on that.
Yeah.
I think people are very sensitive about stuff. I mean,
It doesn't
I don't
bother
know.
us.
It's kind of a toss-up.
It's not a big deal. I mean, you shouldn't be smoking and driving. We
somebody's
don't
coming into
advocate
work-
that, but
If somebody comes into work every day, say, for instance, and
yeah,
smells
that's-
like vomit every day, and they're offending the customers, then you got to be like, hey, come on.
yeah.
But if the customers
I've had plenty of customers smell like shit when I worked in retail, and it's what it is.
I guess they're looking out for their workers. One of the workers complained, "Hey, I have weed smoke blowing in my face. I don't like this." And
well, instead of banning them, you should try. We'd appreciate it if while you're smoking, you put out all smoking while through the drive-thru.
right. I think it's funny that they put the sign up. It's like, if you're smoking, you will not be served. Basically, please smoke your weed, finish smoking it before you get here, and then come to Sonic, and we'll gladly give you as much
And make
food
sure
as
you
want.
air your car
But
out.
here's the thing: it's a Sonic. So you pull into a parking lot and you sit, and they come with the roller skates and give you the food.
It's like the
That's what it-
drive-in.
Oh yeah,
that's
what do they call
skates
it?
and
That's
stuff.
what a Sonic is. So it's a perfect place to sit and smoke pot while somebody with roller
Yeah.
skates comes with your food.
I remember doing that as a kid. That was one of my favorite things in high school. Yeah, I was a big pot smoker in
Get
high
high
school.
and
Yeah.
fucking eat fast food.
It was like the thing, like, what are we gonna do today? It was like, let's smoke. Let's get everybody got $5. All right, put your $5 in. We'll go call the
I
guy.
got 5 on it.
We'll get some weed and then we'll smoke it, and then we'll go in Wendy's drive-through, and then we'll sit there and eat it and stare out the window like a bunch of stoned idiots eating fast food for an hour.
Nobody's speaking at all.
Yeah.
Listening to the Adult Babies podcast from the future.
That's a
What? Back to the Future reference again.
Future.
in time.
So let me go back.
Stop. Don't mess up. Back to the Future.
It's not the Twilight Zone,
I
chick.
know,
It's not
I'm
the Twilight
doing it on
Zone.
purpose. Sheesh.
Don't take money. Don't take fame. Don't need no credit card to ride this train.
I don't even know what that is.
He's singing
Is that
the
it?
song.
Back to the Future. I'm giving you the whole back. I'm giving you. It's like Huey Lewis in the News. I'm giving you the Back to the Future. Yeah.
That's not it.
Look at we
I
got.
tried
not
my
it.
best. All right,
Hey,
so
I was getting excited. He was bringing out the guitar.
we're gonna have to incorporate that
Yeah,
into
we
an
should.
episode.
We
More.
gotta have a Taylor segment. Like
Yeah,
playing some
please.
We can play
Can
some
we?
And
funny.
me and B could sing.
Yes, that's how
could
we.
do,
That's
like,
how we end
name
the
that
episode.
tune. One of us sings, the
Ooh.
other one names the tune, and you play it.
We can write a song.
We can
Or
write a
could
song.
Name that tune. Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
where
we
we're
got some
going.
ideas.
That'd be a great way to
Everybody, stay tuned.
stay tuned.
Will the Adult Baby start a band? Find out next. Fuck, that's gonna be the opening for that episode, and we will start a band.
Full
Yeah,
of
when we
ideas.
do it live, fuck it. When we do it live, we'll do a band.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, let me move forward here. The manager, Yasman Freeman, says that the sign was posted roughly 2 weeks ago. How many ever weeks ago it was? After the employee had smoke blown in the face. They said they're tired of smelling pot when taking orders. They're tired of smelling the pot. They don't want to smell the
Oh my
pot.
God. God forbid you smell something.
It smells like pot. I
Oh
hate
my
it.
God, I can't work. Yeah. Hit him with it. Hit him with
Should
it.
this be the adult
This
baby
is
of the
it.
week?
This
These
is it,
fucking-
Taylor.
These people at the thing.
Hit him with that cry.
Adult baby.
I don't like the smell of pot. Boss, put up a sign. Tell them they can't smoke anymore.
Us potheads don't like you either. Sonic sucks.
Listen, our pot smoking customers buy 4 times the amount of food as a non-stoned car. But it smells.
Oh, Sonic can kiss my fat ass.
Oh. What happened to our
Add it to the list of
RC?
things that can kiss your ass.
It's a lot, a long list.
There's a long list.
Yeah. So Freeman says it has the sign has curtailed some unwanted aromas that would waft from patrons' vehicles, and a lot of pictures have been taken of it too. What does he mean? The pictures have been taken of it.
Of the
of
aroma
the sign.
wafting. How do you think?
How do you take a picture of an
of a wafting aroma?
aroma? Like in a cartoon, it's
Yeah.
just like a couple squiggly lines
Yeah.
going up into the cartoon character's nose.
This happened at an IHOP a year ago.
Did it?
Yeah, and they actually took down the sign real quick.
Oh, you talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah. You're obsessed
He
with
told
all
you.
things like when people tell you you can't smoke,
Yeah, I get
you
aggravated.
get aggravated. Chicken
Next.
mad. Hey guys,
Really? That?
you know what else gets chick bothered?
I don't know.
Next.
Next. All right. That's it. Next article. What do we got time here? We
11 minutes.
started at 3:28. All right. This is
Probably the last one.
yeah. This will probably be
Yeah,
our
it's
last
good.
article. I think
All right.
it's about vaping.
Vape life, bro.
Oh, wait,
Dude.
we're getting to the vaping. All right.
Yeah, vaping is going to be the last article. We might. I might piss some people off really quick.
Good.
Because those hardcore vapors out there are not going to like
vapors.
Good. I'm glad Chick's saying that because I'm actually calling him out on something he wrote. So Chick did the articles for us this week because I was too busy, and he did a good job. I like the articles he grabbed. But I do this thing where I take the summary of an article where I copy and paste lines from the article so I can read them off during the show and kind of go through the step-by-step of the article. And Chick took an attempt at that. And I want to show you the type of stuff that Chick writes when he does a summary for an article.
Yes, I don't remember what I wrote on
I don't think he knows how really like what I'm using the summaries for. So he was just kind of writing what he thinks about the article and passing that off as a summary, which is hilarious.
Not on one of them I did. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, let me just say, this is the vaping article. This one stuck out to me and made me laugh because this is Chick's article summary. It says, here's the article. The title is... I actually had to put the title in. He didn't even do that. Vaping now an epidemic among U.S. high schoolers. Here's Chick's summary. This article is about how vaping and e-cigs used by teenagers is sharply spiking and is now a concern for the FDA. I hate vaping, and this article made me laugh. Wait, it gets better.
Great summary.
This is his summary of the article.
Nailed it so far.
Yeah.
He writes a little bit about the article. I'll give him that. He says it talks about the flavor. But his last line is, IDK. Could be interesting to talk about this and all those gay vaping contests. This is how Chick summed up the article. So I had to go back and do my own summaries.
Nailed it, bro.
Never stop being you. Never stop. You are a diamond in the rough. You're a gem.
Oh, God. It was so bad. I told you where I wanted to go with that article.
Oh, God.
Here, let me just give you another for some of the other articles that I summarized after the fact. The one about the lady who set the ham on fire. His first comment on that is, "Look at this lady's mugshot, LMAO." That's his article summary.
God, you're the best. You are the best.
Let's. There's one more.
Got it done.
There's one more in here that really made me laugh too. Where is it?
I'm trying to think what else I did.
Here's the summary right here. It's the article, actually one that we did about the pepperoni. This is from last week. This is actually the first line in his summary is just, I found this article funny. Wow, what a great summary, Chick. I hope so, because if you didn't find it funny and you found it morbid,
I found this article extremely boring. Let's talk about it on a podcast. Oh, God,
I just imagine if we let him take the reign and read his own summaries. We should do that. We should let Chick run the show next week. I really, really would love that.
Run the show?
Yeah, make your own summaries and read your summaries, and then let me and B just chime in. It could be a train wreck, or it could be fucking hilarious.
And we'll see.
Sometimes train wrecks are fun to watch, though,
everybody likes to watch a good old train wreck.
Because I've kind of taken, the part where I read the articles over here, since I'm the guy at the computer sitting at the laptop with all the equipment around me and stuff.
You're the brain,
smart
the
one.
Logistics. Oh, maybe it's just because I'm a control freak. I don't know.
Could be a bit of both, but that's good. It's nice to have a bit of a control freak.
Hey.
I have issues.
Hey, we're a team.
So many issues. You could be a magazine.
But I would love that. Like this article, Chickalo would read his thing. He'd be like, all right, so you want to talk about those gay vaping contests? Like, what's so gay about them?
What don't you like
They
about...
suck. I hate them. I hate vaping.
Oh, let me watch how good I can blow smoke around a room.
It's so funny. That seems like the exact thing that you would like to do.
No, I want to smoke the pot, I want to get high, and I want to relax and watch a movie. I don't want to watch these idiots blowing smoke in circles and fucking making designs. Who gives a shit what you do with your vape pen? Oh, fuck your face, vapor.
Oh, we need more of this.
God.
This is good. Actually, Chick, you need to write summaries more often just so I can understand what your hot take is on this issue so we can ask you about it.
Oh, man.
This is gold.
You know what it is? Like, I like, some people actually use it and it helps them quit cigarettes. You know, good for you, more power to you. But then there's the people who just do it because they think it's cool, and you're driving behind them, and then you see this big fucking puff of smoke.
Looks like a steam engine.
Yeah,
train
it looks like
probably.
it looks like they're running a fucking motor inside the car coming out of the fucking window. You're like, look at this idiot. And they're just sitting there, and they're always like cocked back in their car looking like some tough guy with their fucking huge ass pen that, you know, you need 2 hands to hold it. Looks like you're deep throating something just to take a puff of the vape cigarette.
Wow.
Oh my God, you've had a lot of thoughts about
I think I know
my
what sign
God.
Chicolo would put up at a Sonic. No vaping in the Sonic parking lot. No vaping allowed. I hate when people tell me, like, I can't smoke in places, but vapors, fuck them. They can't smoke here.
I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Can't stand it, hypocrites.
It's amazing how many vape shops like opened
Yeah,
up in the
and you
last
ever
couple
go
years
into
and
a
also
vape
closed
shop?
down. No, I would never.
And talk to the
They
people
open
who
and
work at
close.
them.
No.
No.
Why, have
They
you?
all just, I've been in one.
What'd you do? What were you doing at a
I was
vape shop?
getting
With,
the-
with
Going in
this
there
hate?
smacking them?
Yeah, it
Getting
sounds
the
like you
weed
hate them.
for one of
though.
the batteries for a weed pen.
Oh, so you do partake in some of the equipment.
It's
the weed
not
pen.
the vaping, like it doesn't vape out smoke like that, but it serves its purpose.
Yeah. And what purpose is that?
If you're going somewhere and you don't really want to stink like pot, but you still want to smoke a little bit, it
Like
serves
the
its
Sonic
purpose.
drive-thru.
Yeah, now like the
They
Sonic
should just put that
drive-thru.
sign up, like, "Hey guys, use a vape pen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Use vape your weed. Don't smoke it here. We don't care if you smoke."
but like they all like think they know so much about vaping, and it's like, oh God, shut up.
They think they're so cool.
It's a hobby.
Yeah, I guess.
It's become like this whole hobby thing. Like
Yeah.
cigarettes are past that point. Like we smoke cigarettes, but we don't talk about them like it's a hobby.
Yeah,
like your
right.
brand, what brand do you have? What
Yeah,
flavor is that?
with
Yo,
the
where'd you buy it? How
cigarette
much
smoker,
is that?
man? I can blow out so many O's.
Like people get their cigarettes and they find their brand and that's it. And then
Yeah.
they smoke and then they think for
And
the
then
rest
we-
of their lives, I need to quit this one.
Yeah,
day
I need to
because
quit
this is
as
awful
soon as
and I hate it.
possible. Exactly. But yeah, no, not vapors. And now people are just vaping to vape, and like it's crazy. I hate it.
All right. Well, this is great conversation. We haven't even started the article yet, and we got some gold. I got to edit this and put this to the front.
Well, this is the only
Chicks.
reason why I wanted to talk about it, so I can make fun of the vapors.
You hate them. Vapor product supporters say their aim is to provide tools that adults need to quit smoking. So the supporters say, did I read the title? I'll read it again. It's vaping is now an epidemic among U.S. high schoolers. All right, so they wanted to try to make people quit smoking,
Now
but
more people are doing it.
yeah, students are starting to use it now, which is not what their intention was. They say,
That's why they have all these flavors, like they talk about in the article. Too.
just like cigarettes back in the day. They advertised to children with Joe Camel because you get them young,
Hey,
get
that guy
them smoking.
was cool, man.
Yeah, Joe Cool. Was that his name, Joe Cool?
Damn right.
Joe Cool, the Camel.
I wish
Cool.
all these vapors were smoking cigarettes. More people will get. Well, actually, never mind.
What is he saying?
I don't know.
was
I have
gonna
no
get
idea where
really
he's going with this.
I was going to get morbid and angry, but never mind.
Oh, you're getting legit mad now. Now he's getting resentful. And he,
Now
like,
you're
wants
getting
people to
morbid and
die.
angry. Oh, what the hell were we doing the last 4?
We definitely need you to write your summary like
Yeah.
that every week, just so we can talk
I could do
about
that
it.
in a couple articles, maybe one article a week.
Good, do it.
All of them. A
of
sharp
them.
spike in vaping in the use of e-cigarettes by students has grabbed the attention of the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. FDA. The rapid spread of the fad was flagged in 2016 report from the U.S. Surgeon General. It cited a 900% increase in e-cigarette use by high school students. Was that your phone ringing?
Yeah, I didn't
It
know.
actually sounded like an effect on that stat. A 900% increase. From 2011 to 2015, so that's a lot.
That is.
Of kids taking up the vapes.
Yeah, more people are
The
smoking
vapors,
now
the
than they were
pipers.
if they would have just been cigarettes.
Survey noted that 1.7 million high school students said they had used e-cigarettes in the previous 30 days. For middle school students, 500,000.
Wow.
And that's in these surveys.
I remember
so that's
one-
not like the
Taylor.
total number. It's probably a lot more than that.
When you first started smoking cigarettes, did you like try and hide the smell from your mom?
I probably did.
Yeah, no, because I
Cologne
remember
and-
when we were younger and we first started, you never wanted to go home smelling. So now these
Yeah.
kids can just go out and vape all day long, go home, and parents don't even know what their kids are doing.
What was the time that your parents found out you started smoking? Was it like
They caught me
deal.
numerous times in and when I was in high school, and probably 9th or 10th grade. But once I got out of high school, it was pretty much a fact where they knew I was smoking.
I always wonder if my mom found out but just never said anything because
I mean, I got
she just didn't
suspended.
want to confront me about it. Because
You think so?
She never really said anything about it. And plus, I was not an easy kid to deal with. I mean, in
they
5th
always
grade,
yell at me. They still do.
in 5th grade,
smoking.
in 5th grade, I stuck up the middle finger in the class picture.
Did you really?
In 5th grade.
Good for you.
So I was this kind of uncontrollable kid.
I got
where
suspended
I
for a
would
month
do
and a half
stuff
at
like
knife.
this, and I imagine as a parent, it's hard to draw the line or figure out
Yeah.
what to talk about and what not to, because I had a little psychopath kid freaking doing crazy shit like that.
Jesus.
Gee, yeah, I didn't get really.
flipped the
I got in
bird,
trouble
huh?
a couple
So it's
times. in
all right, he's
elementary
just
school.
smoking cigarettes. Who cares?
Yeah,
Let him do
yeah,
it. At
that's
least he's not
that's-
He's not killing anybody.
At least I don't have to pay for class pictures again this
So
year.
they had,
for the whole class.
she had to pay for the class picture?
Yeah, she had to
you,
pay
you
for the class-
destroyed it. Oh, man, that's hilarious.
I remember the day
Good for you.
I still remember this vividly. There's not a lot of vivid memories, as I feel like even as all of us get older, the ones that are when we were younger kind of get a little hazy, but this
Yeah.
is very vivid. They were handing out the class pictures, and everybody had their big yellow envelope, and they're pulling out the class picture, and everybody's eyes started to turn towards me. And that's when I remembered that.
Oh, my
Just a month or two ago, I was bragging to somebody, wait till we get these class pictures. You're going to see I stuck up the middle finger. And the kid was like, yeah, right. No, you didn't. And I'm like, yeah. And I thought I did it subtly enough that I could show it to a couple
Do you
friends.
still have this picture?
And they'd be like, oh, God. Wow. Yeah, he kind of is doing it. But it was full blown. Boom. 2 middle fingers. I was mad. They made me
Double barrel.
I was being a little baby. I was mad they made me sit on the floor, Indian style. I hated that. I wanted to stand up with the other kids.
There's not one class picture that I was able to stand up. I was always Indian style.
They
too
made
short.
you on the floor too?
Yeah, I was
hated
just short.
that.
I was always a short
one.
kid too. I don't remember though on my pictures where I was. But wait, did you? Do you still have that
so
picture?
mad. No, I've asked my mom multiple times if she saved it, and she's like, "No, I didn't save it. I probably should have."
God, that would have been so good.
And
to
I'm
have.
like-
Would have been the best. Somebody has that picture still, and that's what's
yeah.
great.
I hope so. I wish. I don't know if I could contact that company and get those negatives, and get them put them
That
up
would be
on the
amazing.
adult baby site.
I would pay good money to get that.
So would I. So anyway, they're handing out the class pictures, and all of a sudden, everybody's looking at me, and that's when because I forgot I did it, and I remembered my heart dropped, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
no.
And I pulled out my picture and looked at it, and I just saw 2 middle fingers, and
Nice.
I didn't know, man. All of a sudden, I hear the teacher, "Taylor, get up here!" Oh my god! And me, I had tons of excuses. So I'm like, "Oh, it's not my middle finger; it's my ring finger. It was a joke." And,
Yeah.
look, my thumb is double jointed. It's an illusion. It makes my fingers look like this and that. And yeah, they didn't buy. My mom had to buy all new class pictures.
Jesus.
That's a great story.
That is a great
I went
story.
down in history after that.
Yeah, I mean, sure you did.
But anyway, at least I wasn't vaping in 5th grade,
Yeah.
which is what we're actually talking about. So they're saying that these vape people, they're trying to advertise to kids, probably the type of kids that stick up the middle finger in class pictures, you badass little fuckers. And they say this flavors like Tutti Frutti, cotton candy, and sour gummy worms are likely to attract younger users to e-cigarettes. And
Yeah, that's probably true.
Older people like those flavors
Yeah,
too,
of course,
but
but it's like targeting a kid though.
yeah, do they have pictures of little cartoon characters on there or anything
Yeah,
yet?
yeah.
How is
I
that
don't know.
looking?
I have no idea.
You know, for the most part, I don't see a lot of advertisement for e-cigarettes, except unless you go to a vape shop or they'll have them in places that sell cigarettes. But it's not like you're walking through Stop and Shop and right next to the Lucky Charms cereal, there's a vape.
Yeah, that's true.
Vape man.
The vape man
It'd be
cereal.
hilarious if it was though. There's a vape store in every other corner though. Either
like-
one that's running or one that's closed down.
Right.
They're all over the place.
Toys R Us is going out of business. Maybe if they started selling vapes, they
Oh,
would have been
God.
able to stay in
They should've.
business. They were, what are you doing? Is he taking a picture? Did you hear? Did the podcast users hear that sound of a picture just go off?
Oh,
What is? What are you taking a picture of?
I watched him do that and then the sound went off and he went. He moved so fast. God, that's gonna be great to look on the YouTube video because you move so fast.
There are warnings on the labels of some. Wait, what were you taking a picture of? You haven't even told us yet.
you.
Don't worry about it.
Yes, it was a picture of you.
Why are you taking a
saw
picture of me?
For the gram.
For the Instagram feed. What the?
So stupid. Oh my god. Why are you laughing?
Oh, because that's exactly why I did it.
Oh, why no? Oh god.
I didn't know if it was going to have the noise.
I didn't even understand what he's saying right now.
Oh, it made me laugh.
Oh god.
Okay. So these e-cigarettes are also a gateway. The e-cigarettes are also a gateway for traditional tobacco use for many young kids. So back in the day when gateway drug was considered cigarettes or marijuana, now they've been actually pushed down a level, and the vape is the gateway to the other gateway, to the former gateway. It's like a Back to the Future timeline.
Vaping is a gateway to be a...
God. I hate vaping so much.
So let me try to wrap this up because I still have tons of stuff to read here. I can't imagine how much more we could talk about. we kind of strangled this one to death, didn't we?
I think we touched on this one
We
good.
touched on it.
It's, you know what the thing is? I was trying to quickly...
It was a very serious article.
Yeah, I was trying to grab stuff from the article quickly before we did this today. So I was posting stuff that seemed interesting, but really there's nothing that seems funny. It's just about vaping's taking over. Kids are vaping and smokers, vapors. Who's better? Who's worse? Chick, who do you hate the most? I mean... Oh, here's something. Spend some time in a vape shop and see the customers that come in for these wildly named products. They are adults. They are over 25 years old, and they are the same type that watches Family Guy on Sunday nights.
What are they stereotyping them now too, though?
Does anybody even watch Family Guy on Sunday nights anymore?
Maybe that's
That was
why
like
we don't vape,
5-10 years ago. I thought.
but we
Family
don't
Guy.
vape.
Do they even make new episodes of that show?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I remember I used to love that show, and then I just stopped.
Yeah, it's funny. I'll go back and watch a couple classics
If
on
it's on, I'll
Netflix every
watch.
now and then.
I like the Kool-Aid one when the Kool-Aid guy comes into the jury, like through the courtroom, when they're all like, "Oh no, oh no, oh no," and then the guy comes out and like, "Oh yeah," and then he creeps back out
that's
all
good,
nice
yeah.
and discreetly.
But there's that line. Let me just skim through this and see if there's anything else on here that's funny, worth reading or something.
I doubt it. Vapors aren't
California
funny.
proposition warning: this product contains chemicals known to state of California to cause cancer or birth
Of course.
defects
Doesn't help
or
people.
other reproductive harm. Okay, I never read that before. This is some girl they were interviewing. They said, "Did you ever see that?" And it doesn't make me feel great, but that's what it says. So yeah, I guess that's the only warning, but that's probably the only warning that needs to be on there. And then they ask her, "Did the warning change her mind about vaping?" No, definitely not, she said. So just like cigarette smokers, we don't give a shit. We know it's hurting us, but we just don't. We don't stop, can't stop, don't want to stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Don't even know how to
Get it.
So that's it,
All right.
guys.
All right.
That is the last article. We're trying to keep them short. We went just a
6
shade
weeks.
over an hour.
No, we're doing it really good.
6
we're doing
weeks.
it really good.
It's
6
6 weeks in a
episodes,
row.
guys.
Up,
6
Chick's putting his arm up to
Yeah.
pound us
Yeah.
for the podcast.
He's either pounding us, interrupting us, or taking a picture of us.
He's pounding us. That sounds. How does that sound?
That's how we
He's
end
either
every show.
pounding us or taking pictures of us getting pounded.
Sometimes he does it at the same time.
Yeah, I got to see that picture. I don't know what's up with that, but
I just go back to the
It was an
YouTube.
action photo for Instagram.
yeah, I'm gonna go back.
Go back to the YouTube video, and if you can see his face, just like the embarrassment on his face, Henry, he heard the camera sound.
Well, guys, everybody out there, thank you so much for listening. We appreciate it. Go to
Love you all.
adultbabyshow.com to connect to us on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Instagram, iToms. I almost said.
iTom.
Tom, you got your own iTom site?
My times, I times. Hey guys, I love spending the hour with you.
Yeah, it was
Good
another
job.
great show, everybody.
Yes.
We look forward to receiving some of those emails, all those likes, dislikes. We out. Peace.
Bye, guys.